Okay, so I'm just going to show you. Okay, chat. So I'm going to show you what I've done. Did a little bit of cleanup since we last talked, and we're going to do go through the steps that I took to to basically get this going. Or well, no, sorry, it's not going yet, but to repair and resolve some of the issues that I created. Okay, so a couple things that I did. So first of all, we had yeah. It's just this camera mic is the problem. So I'm just going to catch you up on what I've done. So a couple of things. Um, two jumpers need to be added to the board. Two pin headers, and then you slide the jumper on. So one, two. So I fitted those this morning. Um, this capacitor, I took it out and put it back in and bent it down so that the LCD could be placed on top. I found eight little two pin verticals, and put eight 2 pins for 16 pin total in here, so that I can sit them down. I put the long side in first, right? So long side, just put in. You got 16 then. What else did I do? So those two over there. Did I do anything else? Oh, yes, I fixed this. So I had three twos here. Instead, I put in a six because I had bought a six. Let me show you. All right, so if you go over here, sorry, let me, yeah, you see, I had bought a six, um, and it was pretty messy with the three twos in there. And I was like, hang on a second, this should be cleaner. And it was like, yes. So this is where the programmer goes. Um, the programmer gets plugged in here, and that's how we actually do it. And I'll show you the programmer in a minute. Now, what else? I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much it, I think. Just that. Let's see what else did I do? No, I don't think I really did a whole lot else. So that's it. That's all I've done since I last saw you. Just a little bit of cleanup. Um, Now there might be a little bit of soldering work to do on either side of this board, but we will see. Um, I think it's pretty clean. I've been through it. I don't think there's anything major. So we might kind of give it a go once if there's anything obvious, we'll do it, for sure. But I think for the most part, we should be okay. Um, let's see what's next. All right, so what's next really is the LCD. All right, so the LCD, sorry, the LCD goes on top here. Okay, so you insert it there, right? You just find your 16 pins. Okay. Whoa. All right, so there's your 16 pins. Now you have to find standoffs, right? So I have a little box of standoffs here and other standoffs, right? So let's just see if we can find standoffs that are going to work. So it looks to me to be, what is it going to be? Hmm, we'll have to test it out. Um, but let's just see what we've got here. Okay, I think that something like this might work. Can we have a look? That might be too high. Let me just see. Ooh, is that going to be perfect? Oh, this might be, well, no, let me see. I'm just going to just see if this is too, if these standoffs are too long. That might be too long. Um, Actually, no. Those standoffs might be perfect. Let me see if I can just do a little screw thing on here, right? Just get a little screw on top. Yeah, maybe that will work. This could do it. Um, yeah, those pins are sticking up perfect. So this could do the job. This could do the job, chat. So let's just see. We'll do another. So there's no fourth one there, but that's okay. Uh, this might be a little bit too. Okay, so let me just get my. Yeah, that might work. So so I'm just gonna take this up for a second. Um, I've got these. Are these different heights? I just want to see something. Oh, ever so slightly. Yeah, so there's various different heights here. Yeah, see, that might be too. Yeah, that might be too short or too tall. Sorry. So I'm just gonna see. My guess is that with these, you might need to experiment with the size of them. Right, so these ones might be too long. All right. Okay, let's try this one. Why do I why do I think that this might be too short? But we'll see. Yeah, well, that's definitely going to be too short. Sorry, I can see it's going to be too short because the board won't rest on that. So something a little bit taller than that. Is there like an in between? Because that would be ideal. All right, so if you look here, yeah, you can see how that's too tall. All right, this guy then is too short. Yeah, you can see how he's too short then. But we can just see how it goes. Yeah, tiny spacer. I heard I watched a video last night where somebody had a very small spacer on this. Maybe maybe this is why. We'll see. Should see how this goes. I just want to see something here. See, I can still do that, which is kind of cool. All right, so let's see what he does. So let's see what he does. Now I do have another little bag of standoffs. Give me 1 second. I want to just see if by any stretch of the imagination they would have been even better or perfect for it. Just gonna where I put. Oh, here they are. They do look like they're all the same length though. Okay, so okay, and then what was the other one that I had? Was this one? Oh no! Oh wow! That one I just bought is actually looks like it might be the exact right. Well, let's just see for now, right? I just want to just put. Let me just put these down and see. Sorry, let me just take him up. So this would appear to be a good. Yeah, so that would appear to be good, but look at the gap, chat. See, there's a little gap right there, and that's what the guy was talking about, I think. So now, if I take this off and I use the other ones that I bought, right, so let's just put those there, right, and then if I unscrew this, so now to do this, then I would need to have this here, which looks to be almost perfect, and then a mini standoff. So then this guy, like this would be perfect here. You see this? So I would then screw him up into it. And then I have a stand for the bottom. Plus I have my, whatever this is. It looks absolutely perfect. So I'll need to find out what it was I ordered there. I think it was AliExpress, and then I'll let you know. Right, so then get this guy out. Okay, and then we'll put this guy in here. And then one last one here. Um, and then another one of these. Then my guess would be that if that works, which I mean that looks to be almost perfect, then a final thing to do would be just to do this and put a screw in from the top. Because there's no hole on that side. So basically that would be your support structure then. Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Yeah. Okay, so we will find out what that was, but that's definitely just the perfect length, and I'll find out on AliExpress what I used there. Okay, so we got 25 minutes before I have to take a break on this stream, but we're doing pretty good, I think, here. Okay, this is actually really sturdy now. And the thing is that it's ready to be soldered, right? So the way that this works is, um, yeah, so that's perfect now. Okay, so let's just make sure that we get all these back in the way they were. Okay, so okay, so you were here, 2 bolts, 3 long uns, which go here, 3 short uns, which go here. All right, and then I'll need to tape this or use this. Okay, so this is, it says 3 by 11. I don't know if you can read that, but that's what it says. It says 3 by 11. So, so that's what's needed to do this kind of out of the box, I guess. All right, I'm gonna leave those over there. So that connects our LCD. And you can see here that we've got our LCD perfectly connected to the board. And, you know, we're in relatively good shape here. I will put on the other stands, but I don't need to worry about anything shorting underneath because underneath is nothing except a piece of metal, which could short it. Okay. All right. Shorty, shorty, shorty. Okay, so now before we do this, we'll need to drag solder this. All right, so let's just go and take out the existing. Wow, that's why I burnt myself last night because that thing does not want to come out when it's in there. So annoying. That's irritating, isn't it? Yeah, it seems to have welded itself of some sort. Uh, there's always something going on, chat. I don't know why that's decided now to. Really is quite. It's quite stuck on there. I had a little scissors there. Really, what I need is just pliers. Give me 1 sec. All right. Is it because of did I not screw out the thing enough? Is that it's just this is about to pop out, so I don't understand. I don't know. See, that slides right in, so I think it's just tight. All right, iron on. Okay, so the iron is on, and what we'll do is we will put on the. We're gonna do a couple of things, right? Let's just put the. While it's heating up, we'll do a little bit of recon. Laptop overhead, no scope, pro top right. So just a little bit of recon over here. Uh, yeah, so there wasn't anything, there's a few kind of maybe cold solder joints, but nothing like that would mean that I couldn't boot it. Um, I was just looking here, the buttons were all okay. So the buttons, it was the buttons down here I think I needed to fix up. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, that see that's part of the switch. I think everything was okay here. Yeah, it's a bit dirty, but nothing, no issues there. That's connected. Nothing like there's just some slightly dirty work, but nothing glaring. So I think we might be okay. Okay, we have temp. All right, so there's a couple of things I'm going to do just while I'm here. So one of them is the barrel jack. Barrel jack needs more solder right here. Okay, and then we got to do the switch over there, and then we can turn it over and we'll do whoops, turn it over and we'll do the LCD screen, and then we can probably boot it up before the 15-minute mark. All right, that looks good. Okay, so let's bring this in under. Oh, it must have been going to the ground plane or something. Oop, just gooped that. I see now why that was there. Okay. All right. Okay, just let me clean it and turn it over, and then we'll just do that. We'll do the LCD connector. Okay, so we'll just feed it in here. so there's 5 pins done. Sorry now. Okay, 1 second here. Okay. All right, so interesting. Give me 1 second here. See what I was doing there, Chad? It wasn't going down the back of the hole, so I wasn't happy with that. Yeah. All right. That kind of gets us somewhere. Okay, that gets us somewhere. So we're pretty much now at some kind of stage. Now we got to do programming yet. Um, I think that's that's something we need to do as well. I am going to add some standoffs here. So what did I add at the bottom here? What are those lengths? All right, so there's little tiny standoffs. I'm going to use those to, um, how long are those? Are they that length? Yeah, I think it's these ones. Let me just make sure that I'm on the same page with myself. Yep, okay. So I'm going to put on the, oh, God, that was so annoying if that fell on the ground. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, oh, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we would go like this. So that's okay. And then we would go like this. Right. So these are just like small, like 3 8-inch standoffs that I'm just using here. So now that puts me in a situation where I can sort of take a look, right? Now, All right, so let's just see what happens if we plug it into um, USB power. All right, so this is going to be first test. So last night nothing happened when we tried it, but that was because we didn't have the jumpers on, because they weren't actually soldered to the board. So slightly, it'll be hopefully a slightly different outcome this time. It'll either blow up or I don't know, something else will happen. So here is a 5 volt. Whoops. Now I don't expect much to happen except maybe one of these red lights to come on. All right, that's correct. Okay, so uh, that's actually that's actually correct. So now what that means is that our okay, so that's good stuff, chat. All right, it's actually powering up now and whatnot. Now we still have an issue because we don't have a programmer. So, or sorry, we don't have it programmed. We do have a programmer. So now, let me just double check here. Let me see what we've got. Yeah, all right. So now I'm going to take, I need to take out one of these. Now, which one am I going to take out? Composite. Okay. So I'm going to take out composite AV, and I'm going to plug in my programmer. And now I don't have a great way to orientate this. Let's see. So I have my programmer, and it obviously goes in on top of this 6-pin somehow, but I just don't know exactly how. But when it does, it should provide power to it as well. So it should provide 5-volt power. So we will just have to figure out by going back here. Sorry, I just need to go up and see. Which direction? Sorry, I just need to check something now. All right, 1 second here, chat. I just need to go and see where. I want to just take a look at the manual, and we might come back and program it later. But I want to just see. There's an orientation for the shroud, and that'll tell me which way it goes. Shrouded header orientation. Shrouded header orientation, that means it faces the diodes. Okay, so I mean the shrouded header. I'm just looking at it at the manual. It says that the notch faces this way. So I don't have a shrouded header. 1 second, I'm just going to kill this. Okay, but when I don't have a shrouded header. Okay, so this is going in. That's interesting. Huh. Interesting. It's not really catching. Well, I guess that's kind of a problem, but I guess maybe I could hold my finger on it. I don't know. But that seems dodgy. Let me see. Hmm. Hmm. That's not a great connection, if a connection at all. So that's a shame. Okay, we'll have to figure that out later, chat. That's strange. That header is not connecting. Maybe it's not long enough? Or maybe I installed this the wrong way around? It's also possible. I'll bet you that's what I did. Looks pretty deep, this thing, so maybe that's what I did wrong. Okay, let me see if I look at my mouser part and I'll know. Second here. Alexa, stop alarm. There it is. I'm just wondering if both of these parts are wrong. Otherwise, we'll just leave it for come back after an hour or so. Okay, so this is the Mouser part number. Huh. Yeah, you get the bare connection with that. So I need to. Yeah. Okay, we will figure that one out. All right, we'll figure it out afterwards, chat. I'll come back. 'Cause that was a bit of a mess that I made there now. Later.